Valentine's Day 2002 was a significant one for the Aamer family. Faris, the youngest of 4 children, was born. It was also the day that their father arrived in Guantanamo Bay. Shaker Aamer has been locked up there ever since.
It's upsetting and it's quite shocking that I've never met him in my entire life.
If you were to believe this old Pentagon file, which was released by WikiLeaks, then Shaker Aamer was a leading figure in Al-Qaeda who was caught in the Tora Bora mountains of Afghanistan. According to his supporters, he was a charity worker caught up in post-9/11 chaos who was captured by the Northern Alliance as he was trying to flee the country. The US has never charged him with any offence, and they've twice cleared him for release.
In 2009, Shaker Aamer's detention status was reviewed. As a result, he was placed in a category we call eligible for transfer. At some point in the future, we'll find a new home for him to be repatriated or resettled to.
I showed that interview to his sons. Because both are under 16, we've agreed not to show their faces.
They should consider that he has a family in London instead of trying to relocate him somewhere else, because there are people waiting for him in London.
Shaker Aamer is Saudi by birth, but his family are British citizens, and his case has attracted an extraordinary range of supporters.
The facts of his case are really terrible, and I suppose I like to think we live in a country where those things don't happen. Not here, that we have a justice system we believe in and can go on believing in.
Among those taking part in a demonstration at the US Embassy, one of the founders of Pink Floyd.
People like Shaker Aamer can be left to rot in some prison cells somewhere without anybody even being allowed to ask the question, why? What is it that this man has done, apart from having the wrong-sounding name and being in the wrong place at the wrong time?
So why the hold-up? One former guard told Sky News that Shaker Aamer had a reputation for being outspoken and may have witnessed deaths which officials claimed were suicide.
I'm sure Shaker was a hunger strike leader. He was a very charismatic person, and he knows a lot of the dirty things that go on in Guantanamo, such as what happens in Camp 5, which has been shrouded with secrecy for a long time, about the deaths on June 9th, and about other things that he could reveal, and the U.S. will not release him for those reasons.
Frankly, I'm proud of Shaker that he stands up for human rights. The reason he's had trouble in Guantanamo is because he stands up for other prisoners. He speaks fluent English, most people don't. And that's what's drawn problems for him, because when someone's being mistreated, he complains, he gets punished for it.
The issue was raised by David Cameron when he visited Barack Obama last month in Washington. The president has failed to deliver on his promise to close Guantanamo. In the meantime, Shaker Aamer is occasionally allowed to talk to his family via Skype.
We were all very excited. We were energetic. We couldn't wait to see him. And then when the phone call finally happened, we couldn't believe it was actually him. His voice, we haven't heard it for such a long time. Skype has been very good at lifting our hopes up again, because we've been able to speak to him, see how he's doing there, and he's a very funny person. He always makes jokes. He lightens the mood a lot of the times.
More than 600 prisoners have already been released. 122 remain. Shaker Aamer is one of those still waiting to be freed, or at least to be told why he's still there. Ian Woods, Sky News.